Part 3, we are looking at teachers' unions. We're going to look at teacher tenure in a minute. But as I say this, Governor in Wisconsin, this is, by the way, it is February 15th, 2011, just decided that federal workers and all teachers in the state of Wisconsin will take a cut, which could amount to about $10,000 when you consider benefits. Was that right? Was that wrong? The reasoning was, well, if I don't do this, they'll lose their jobs. It's either make these cuts or they lose their jobs. On the face of it, that seems reasonable, and he's being a reasonable human being. But what he is doing is surpassing the collective bargaining process. People in unions have fought long and hard to create the conditions whereby when these tough decisions had to be made, it wasn't the governor who could unilaterally make them. It was a collective bargaining that workers and administrators or governors came together and made the tough decisions together, not unilaterally. And that is the very insidious thing about what the governor did, trying to break up the unions with that. So let's take a look at some untruths, first of all. First, this idea that tenure is there to protect bad teachers, and that's not quite correct. Tenure is to protect academic freedom, not bad behavior or not poor performance. That means, as a teacher, I can tell the principal, I don't agree with that, without fearing to lose my job. I can say to the school board, you need to do this. That's bad educational practice. I can make comments in public about education, or I can be part of a political party without fearing loss of job. So it's there to protect academic freedom, not bad behavior, not poor performance. Tenure does not mean that you can't be fired. It means you can't be fired without cause. Principals, administrators need to be willing to pull the trigger on what they think is bad teaching or poor performance. But we need to define, this is one of the tasks, what is good teaching? What is bad teaching? Let us define it behaviorally before we start to make decisions about who does and does not have jobs. Here's one of the things, stability versus salary. One of the reasons why education has been able to attract high-quality professionals into the field was because of job stability. This made up for lack of pay. In education, we do not make as much as professionals in the for-profit field. But one of the balances is that it offers more security. Well, if we get rid of tenure and we can hire and fire at will, we lose that. We are less able to attract high-quality teacher candidates. And finally, this last thing, tenure. It provides checks and balances to make better decisions. When decisions are made between administrators and workers and teachers, it offers this checks and balance that they're not made simply for economic reasons, that we're balancing the pragmatic economic with the pragmatic educational. So you actually make better decisions. And again, it is essential for academic freedom that teachers have a right to say this is not true. By the way, here are some of the images you find if you do a Google search on teachers' unions. Sadly, it's more perception out there than actual hard data, and it's kind of an insult to all the hardworking teachers that you do a Google search and you see these things. Vote for the worst unionized teachers. It's horrible. Who can't be fired? That's a horrible thing. That does not mean there does not need to be some evolution. Things need to change, but evolution, not dissolution. End part 3.